Welcome to Childcare Licensing's Independent Training Series. This training is on Commercial Preschool Rules, Section 17. My name is Kat Martinez, and I'm a trainer in Childcare Licensing. This training is about 4 minutes long and can count as non-face-to-face or independent training credit. Section 17 is all about medication. The provider shall lock non-refrigerated medications or store them at least 48 inches above the floor. The provider shall lock refrigerated medications or store them at least 36 inches above the floor, and if liquid, store them in a separate leak-proof container. If parents supply any over-the-counter or prescription medications, the provider shall ensure those medications are labeled with the child's full name, kept in the original or pharmacy container, have the original label, and have child safety caps. The provider shall have written medication permission form completed and signed by the parent before administering any medication supplied by the parent for their child. The provider shall ensure that the medication permission form includes at least the name of the child, the name of the medication, written instructions for administration, and the parent signature and the date signed. The provider shall ensure that instructions for administering the medication include at least the dosage, how the medication will be given, the times and dates to administer the medication, and the disease or condition being treated. If the provider supplies an over-the-counter medication for children's use, the provider shall ensure that the medication is not administered to any child without previous parental consent for each instance it is given. The provider shall ensure that the consent is written or verbal if the date and time of the consent is documented and signed by the parent upon picking up the child. The provider shall ensure that the staff administering the medication washes their hands, check the medication label to confirm the child's name if the parent supplied the medication, checks the medication label or the package to ensure that a child is not given a dosage larger than that recommended by the healthcare professional or manufacturer, and administers the medication. This is what our form looks like, where you can document the date, time, dosage, who administered the medication, any reactions, and errors. You do not need to use our form, but if you wish to, it can be found under Forms and Documents on our website. The provider shall report to the parent a child's adverse reaction to a medication or error in administration of the medication immediately upon recognizing the reaction or error, or after notifying emergency personnel if the reaction is life-threatening. The provider shall notify the parent before the time a medication needs to be given to a child if the provider chooses not to administer medication as instructed by the parent. The provider shall keep a 6-week record of medication permission and administration forms on site for review by the department. Thank you for completing this online training. If you have further questions, please reach out to one of our trainers, and have a great day.